Okay, so let's talk about drought, water, what happens if it all dries up. So I'm Brett Myers, and I'm a water resource planning specialist with the Natural Resource Conservation Service. And throughout my career, I've worked with an array of stakeholders with issues related to water conservation. Now, as you can assume, that topic has kept myself and many others busy. You know, in fact, Arizona is currently in its 27th year of a long-term drought. So I want to start with a personal story where I got exposed to water conservation issues when I first started working with the NRCS. I received a call from a producer that, hey, I'm having some trouble out here and we need some help. So I said, okay. Got in my truck and arrived to the operation, met with the producer, and we started to tour their operation. We started at the western end of the facility and everything looked great. I really didn't know why I was here at the moment, actually. And then we hit the eastern end, and it looked horrible. There was abandoned farm fields, no cover, wind erosion, dust. I soon started to realize why I was here. So I kind of looked at the producer and said, what's going on? He said water. A couple seconds later, he said, it all dried up. That's horrible, right? So I'm sure most of us are assuming that poor farmer, that poor rancher, that's their livelihood, it's how they take care of their family, feed their family. You know, you're right. That same farmer, that same rancher, they also feed us. So Arizona uses approximately 7 million acre feet of water a year, and 70% of that is used in agricultural production. So how can we ensure that it doesn't dry up and we continue agricultural production? Well, if agricultural production is the biggest user, let's start there. Let's start with irrigation efficiency. So 3/4 of Arizona farmers use flood irrigation. That also happens to be the least effective method that we have. There's better options. There's drip, there's center pivot. In some cases, it improves or decreases water use by 50%. So what happens if every farmer stops using flood irrigation? Well, agricultural production no longer uses 70% of the water. We guarantee that future generations can continue to farm, supply the cotton for our clothes, prevent world hunger, and we never have to hear it dried up again. Thank you.